Hi, this is Jennifer Ronay with Chicago 3 Media. We are at the Chicago Eastside Millennium Arts Festival. It's 150 artists featuring photography, furniture, and jewelry. Let's go check it out. Tali, you came all the way from Miami for this festival. Is this your first year here?
That's my second year, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. All the pieces, the original, the one-of-a-kind piece. And all of them, it's an oil acrylic with the watercolors. Actually, all the circles that I do in the painting, it's the symbol of creation of number of God. It's Fibonacci. Fibonacci, it's the creation of number of God. It's 1.1618 that we have all over our body and all over the DNA. It comes in the shell, the butterfly, and daisy flowers.
This is rose beads, and you start off with a piece of glass and turn it into jewelry? And so your process is a heat process?
It is. It's melted in a oxygen
propane, about 1700 degrees, and you put it onto what's called a mandrel, stainless steel rod, and you work with it.
So every piece is unique?
Every piece is different.
And you don't necessarily rely on the website. People have to see it in person to get a good idea of the color?
In order to get a true image of the color, you should really, touchy-feely.
Bab Schnabel, windowstothegarden.com. These are all made by you in your home dungeon, as you call it.
Yes, my home studio, yes.
There must be something meditative about it when you're creating them.
Yeah, it's therapeutic.
Were you here last year?
Yes.
And how'd you do last year?
I did wonderful considering it was freezing rain and 35 degrees. Right. So I thought hopefully it's going to be a nice weekend.
Well, Chicago loves their art festival, so I'm sure they all came out. Well, thank you again, Bab Schnabel, windowstothegarden.com. Victoria, Simon, you're from D.C. How are you liking Chicago?
I love it. It's my first time here. I'm really impressed with it.
Yeah? What do you think of downtown and the art festival?
Well, I've been to a bunch of art festivals before at home, but this one's really interesting. I like the kind of breadth of different artists that they have here.
Yeah, it's very unique. And so this is your first year here, too. Are you impressed?
Yeah, it's really, really nice. I'm an artist as well, so...
What kind of art do you do?
I do everything but painting, and so it's nice to see what other Chicago artists are doing.
It must be a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, it is.
We've got Amy Amder, the lady responsible for this art fair and for 13 art fairs this summer. That's right. What does it take to come up with this, to produce it, to find 150 artists?
Well, it actually takes a lot of time, and we start working on a show about a year out. And a lot of people don't know it takes that long to put this kind of show together. Right. First, we have to find the right site. And then we have to go through all the permitting process to get the site, and that usually means working with a city or a village, depending on where we are.
A lot of logistics.
A lot of logistics. And then we figure out a layout for the show, figure out how many artists do we really need for that show. And then we open up in the fall, preceding the following summer, something called a jury. And that's when we send out notices to artists, and we post it on the website on amderproductions.com. Something called an application process. And artists have to apply with 4 images of their work and 1 of their booth. And then we have, in February, a jury of art professionals from all over the country who look at all of these thousands of images and score the artists. And then only the very top-scoring artists are invited into a show. And
that's what it means to have 150 juried artists?
Absolutely.
It's quite a competition to get in here.
It is. It really is. And we wish we could take everybody, but at the same time, we always have size limitations. Right. And then those artists are invited to come into the show. And here today at the Eastside Millennium Art Festival, you're seeing about 130 artists from all over the country. Right. We have Chicago artists, but we also have artists who've come in from coast to coast.
We've already interviewed 2 from Miami.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And Colorado.
So what makes this one particularly special?
Well, I think just being in Chicago is really great because all you have to do is look around and see how all these high-rises and how many people work and live in the area. We have 4,500 people who live just in the blocks right around us, and then thousands of people who are working here. So the vitality of the city and the energy of the city, creates
something. Makes it extra special.
Absolutely. And we didn't open till noon, and we had people in here at 10:30 this morning.
It's already packed. So it's the Chicago Eastside Millennium Art Festival. Check it out. For Chicago 3 Media, I'm Jennifer Ronay.